Malaysia as a country in Southeast Asia consisting of 13 states and 3 unified provinces. Its total area is 29,845 square kilometers. The country's capital city is Kuala Lumpur and Putrajaya is the capital of the federal government. The country is divided into 2 parts by the South China Sea, the Malaysian Peninsula and East Malaysia. Malaysia's land borders include Thailand, Indonesia, and Brunei. It has maritime borders with Singapore, Vietnam, and the Philippines. The total population of Malaysia is over 28 million. History, government, and politics. Malaysia's political system is governed by a constitutional monarchy. The king is the head of state and the prime minister is the head of government. The current king of Malaysia is Sultan Abdullah. The executive power is vested in the Malaysian government and 11 state governments. Federal legislation is vested in the government and the 2 chambers of the legislature, Dewan Negara and Dewan Rakyat. The judiciary is independent of the executive and the legislature. However, the executive branch has some influence over the judiciary through the appointment of judges. Administrative region. Malaysia has 3 federal territories and 13 states. There are 3 federal territories. 1. Kuala Lumpur. 2. Labuan. 3. Putrajaya. 13 states respectively. 1. Penang. 2. Perak. 3. Selangor. 4. Johor. 5. Malacca. 6. Sabah. 7. Kedah. 8. Terengganu. 9. Sarawak. 10. Pahang. 11. Kelantan. 12. Negeri Sembilan. 13. Perlis. King of Malaysia as a constitutional monarchy. Malaysia has a king as the guardian of the state based on ancient traditions. The name of the present king is Muhammad V. Prime Minister Dr. Mahathir Mohamad, born July 10, 1925, is the Prime Minister of Malaysia and the architect of modern Malaysia. He became the Prime Minister of Malaysia in 1981. Under his leadership, the ruling party won 5 consecutive parliamentary elections and formed a government. He was Asia's longest-serving democratically elected Prime Minister. On October 30, 2003, he voluntarily resigned as Prime Minister. 15 years after his retirement, at the age of 92, Mahathir Mohamad returned to politics due to the widespread corruption of Prime Minister Najib Razak. He was sworn in as Prime Minister of Malaysia on May 10, the day after his victory in the May 9, 2016 general election. The current Prime Minister of Malaysia, Muhyiddin Yassin. He became the Prime Minister on March 1, 2020. Economy. Malaysia's economy is relatively free but state-centric. Malaysia is currently considered an emerging industrialized market economy. The government plays an important role in managing the economic activities of the country through various macroeconomic schemes. Although this effect is decreasing day by day, Malaysia's economy is basically a free market economy. China, Singapore, and the United States are the country's major trading partners. International relations. Malaysia is one of the founding members of ASEAN and OIC. Malaysia also has a strong presence as an active member of the United Nations, the Non-Aligned Movement, NAM, and the Commonwealth. Malaysia's foreign policy is based on neutrality and friendly relations. As a Muslim-majority country, the country is committed to developing relations with Muslim countries in Southeast Asia and Muslim countries in other parts of the world. Also in the geopolitical context, Malaysia's role in national resources or any national issue is very strong. Israel has no diplomatic relations with Malaysia and has never recognized Israel. Malaysia's relations with Palestine are very close and Malaysia has been providing moral support to the Palestinian independence movement. All kinds of torture, attacks and so on by the occupying Israeli soldiers. Malaysia has been vocal in its opposition to Israel's repressive policies towards Palestine. Education system. Malaysia is quite advanced in terms of education. However, it is quite expensive for foreign students. Language. Malay is the official language of Malaysia. About half of the people here speak Malay. About 130 more languages are spoken in Malaysia. Among these are various dialects of Chinese, Beganese, Dayak, Javanese, and Tamil. Market. Malay is the language of the multinational market and is used as the universal language or lingua franca in Sabah province. The official language is Bahasa Malaysia. However, people of different ethnic groups speak their own language. English is taught as a second language from school level. English is widely used in everyday communication and business needs. Religion. Although Malaysia is officially a secular state, Islam is the official religion. About 63% of Malaysia's population is Muslim. Besides, 19.7% of the population is Buddhist, 9.2% is Christian, 8.3% is Hindu, and the rest are from other religions. People of all religions can enjoy the freedom to practice their religion here. Sunni Muslims are the majority in Malaysia. Malaysia follows the Shafi'i school of thought in all matters relating to Sharia. The decision of the Sharia court is considered final in discussing various issues related to Islam or resolving any kind of issue. However, the activities and decisions of the Sharia courts are limited to marriage, inheritance of property, divorce, religious discussions, etc. Food and cuisine. The country is known as the food paradise of Asia. Due to the location of people of different castes, religions and cultures, the food here is also quite diverse. A wide variety of Malay, Chinese and Indian dishes are available at various restaurants and roadside stalls at very low prices. There is also Middle Eastern and Thai food. The cultural features of Malaysia are reflected in the festivals of people of different cultures. Malaysia is a multilingual, multinational ethnic group. As a result, Malaysia's culture has become diverse, with thousands of different nations mixing thousands of customs and practices. However, the main basis of Malaysian culture is the diverse attitudes and behaviors of the indigenous people and society that have been observed for a long time. At the same time, it has maintained an unprecedented association with Islamic culture. Malay language has been given the highest place in the culture of Malaysia. The culture of Malaysia and the culture of Indonesia are very close in terms of cultural diversity and cultural features. As neighbors, Indonesia and Malaysia have influenced each other in many ways in terms of cultural exchange and content. Despite this, Malaysia is committed to preserving the fundamental beliefs of cultural identity and identity. Sports football is the most popular sport in Malaysia. However, the national sport of Malaysia is badminton. But the national sport of Indonesia is not badminton. Badminton is at the top of popularity after football. Also hockey, tennis, horse racing, martial arts are popular here. The country could be one of the organizers of the 2034 World Cup. Malaysia's strong presence in various international competitions is noticeable. Malaysia first participated in the 1956 Melbourne Olympic Games. Malaysia has so far won 6 Olympic medals, 5 of which came from badminton. Race and citizenship. There are 3 types of citizenship in Malaysia. The first is those who are original citizens. They are called Asli in Malay language. They are first-class citizens of Malaysia. Second, there are those who have lived in cities or towns in Malaysia since the time of urban civilization, originally from the original people but have long since left their original habitat. Thirdly, there are those who have migrated from different countries and are living there permanently. The best of them are now the Chinese Malaysians, who now own most of the big business in Malaysia. And most of the Tamil taxi drivers are gold traders. Foreigners are not usually granted citizenship in Malaysia now. However, if you were born there or if you marry a Malay citizen, you can get Malaysian citizenship. In that case, Malaysian passport is given, and all other civic facilities are provided. In the state, everyone enjoys equal opportunities. The media. The major newspapers in Malaysia are Utusan Malaysia, The Star and the Malay Mail. They all have internet versions. Contains news and articles on local issues, politics, business, entertainment and culture. Utusan Malaysia is published in both English and Malay. It started its journey in Singapore in 1939. When Malaysia gained independence from the British in 1956, they moved to Kuala Lumpur. It also made its debut on the internet as the first online magazine in Malaysia. It is currently the most read newspaper in Malaysia. Impressive place. Petronas Twin Towers, Penang, Langkawi, Genting Highland, Batu Cave, Malacca.